Hello everyone, I'm Taureor and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 openings. And as you requested, we're going to have a look at Japan. Japan has a pretty straightforward, usual starting strategy, which is kill China, grow strong, and then join whichever side of the conflict you want. But, I tend to do as much conquering as possible before we join the main fight. So we're going to do just that. Let's select all our units, 71 regiments. We start with two pretty good field marshals and a general. I think we'll be using one of the field marshals and a general. Let's select a field marshal. Now we start with various units. We start with reserve infantry, which is just 6 infantry, some cavalry, some infantry mixed with tanks, some motorized, some marines, and some regular infantry. So that's quite a lot of units. Now, we will need 10 marines. We start with 1 marine, so let's select all the horses, all the cavalry, switch it to marines, select all the marines, detach them to a separate unit. Now, we got one too many, and this one's shit regarding experience, so let's detach him back here. And we are left with 61 units of various types. I could theoretically keep the tanks, which are relatively strong. Soft attack 63, hard attack 14, whereas, no, actually, you know what, they're pretty much the same. Although this has a lower combat width. But I can't afford to keep producing tanks all the time. So what we're going to do is change all our units into the same infantry template. Just regular infantry. So we end up with 10 marines and 61 regular infantry. Now, we don't need all of you in the same place. I'm going to detach some of them to a reserve army that is going to be helping our actions. So, this army is going to conquer China for us. Actually, maybe I could just use all of them. Maybe later. You guys are going to conquer China for me. Now, we have to be cautious. Actually, you know what? No, let's stop all that. We can't start too early because we'll get excessive attrition. So we're going to assign them to their proper spots a little bit later on. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to conquer China and we're going to conquer some other people as well. Let us select... he's going to be... Yeah, let's select a skill. Sort by skill. Yeah, he's skill 5, but he's only a general. Whereas he's skill 4, being a field marshal. Field marshals obviously being stronger. In later on, if you level them properly. On the other hand, this guy is already level 5 and generals level faster. I'm going to use this guy for the naval invasions. Let's plan the naval invasion. The naval invasion is going to happen from here to Siam. Let's let them prepare. And as you can see, Marines are elite, so they are going to receive supplies quickly. Whereas regular infantry will receive supplies after the Marines do. Outdated equipment in production, that means submarines here. Just make sure that all the other ones are put on repeat. And these submarines can, be completed. Also, as Japan, you start trading some oil from the US. We don't need that. Well, we'd only use it for ships, and they're not that important to us. Okay, let's forget the planes. Let's forget the artillery. Let's prioritize the support equipment. We only have 6 aluminium, so let's do that many, and the rest goes into infantry equipment. That's about right for now. Okay, as for the focus, Japan has some very strong focuses, but we're going to start with fighting the Chinese. Outdated equipment regards those submarines, so let's not worry about that. Actually, let's build some convoys as well. Alright. Resources, don't worry about that, you don't care about the ships. Okay, let's build some stuff up. Let's build military, civilian, military, civilian, military, some more civilian, maybe even more civilian, military, this is full, a few more military, and a few more civilian. Now we're going to be taking over quite a lot of factories from other countries, and that is perhaps why we need more civilian, but a healthy balance is good. Okay, we start with 4 research slots. This time it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to start fighting very early, so I'll start with this. And as for doctrines, I recommend doing either this one or this one, either mobile warfare or mass assault. I mean, each of them is strong in its own right, I suppose. But I do have a weak spot for mass assault, so just because I prefer it, I'm going with it. The remaining 2 slots, let's do research speed up, and let's do basic machine tools. And that's about it for now. Okay, let's let the game run and round up our navy in the meantime. We want all our ships to be ready to help our invasion of Siam. Let's select all these ships and move them over here. From there we'll be staging an invasion. Now we should do the same with our planes. Let's ignore the planes that are on the ships, but we do have quite a lot of planes here. I'm going to assign them here and to northern China, where they will give us air superiority for our coming wars. And then we'll move them a bit south. Okay, these guys I'm going to garrison in Japan. And give them a commander just because they might want one. They're going to be used as reinforcements for the guys that will do the naval invasions, or possibly the guys that fight China. Now, this is an important moment because I am not sure if we can do our plan if they agree to our demands and give us this bit of land. So if the plan doesn't work, that might be why. Maybe they agreed. Here they refused, so I'm pretty sure the plan will work. Okay, the next focus will be war with China. We could try Chinese puppet, but that is not what we want. We want war with China. Alright, and let's start planning this war with China. I'm doing it late because there will be some serious attrition in this area. Attack plan here, and attack plan here. The focus we're doing is giving us a war goal on Shaanxi, I think, and China itself. We can attack them simultaneously, or we can take these guys out first and then attack China, which seems like a better idea, because then it would be a separate war. Yeah, I think I'll attack these guys first and then attack China, although I am not certain. I might do both simultaneously. Anyway, let's assign half of these units here. They'll take some serious attrition though, which is a bit of a problem. This is why I delayed it. Okay, let us continue. Also, execute your plans. Right, Spanish Civil War does not concern us. And, no divisions and basic training. I realize that, but I still need reinforcements. Let's change the priorities. I need a lot of stuff for reinforcements. I could have deleted some of those units just so we would be at full fighting strength, but I believe we're better off just having more of them. As you can see, we're suffering a bit of attrition, but it is not huge attrition, and we're about to attack them, so it won't matter anymore. I suppose I could attack them everywhere. No, I think attacking Shaanxi first will give us a nice starting position for the war with China. Also, we need to call our subjects into the war. We start with 2 subjects, Manchukuo and Manchukuo. which, yeah, they're going to be helpful. Now, I could go for the extra research slot now, but it's actually going to be more helpful if we go for the improved national spirit, which will give us tons upon tons of political power. So let's do sever Sino-German ties and declare war. Start with these guys. Now, if you select call allies, it will sometimes not work. For example, lesson pause, they should be called in, they haven't been. So I need to click call all allies manually. Now, we also have a war goal against China itself, but I think taking over these guys first is going to be better for us. Which is why I'm not declaring war on China itself just yet. Okay, I suppose we could do concentrated industry now. And construction. We did a little bit of an infantry bonus already. And we're moving towards their capital. Actually, you know, just go straight towards their capital. That should be quite easy for you. No? Not this time then. Oh well. And we can modify the government. Now, there are two possible good choices here. Either go with the silent workhorse for extra political power, or go with an infantry expert for improved conquest. I think the infantry expert is a prudent choice, just to limit the attrition we're getting, because by winning the war faster. Okay, they'll surrender now, and so they have. Take all states. Now they should all reassign to this order, and so they have. Let us modify the order by dragging this around. Hold all divisions so they will redeploy properly, and set our behavior to aggressive. We could let them redeploy, but let's just attack straight away. Declare war and make sure to call your allies in, so that you can attack from here as well. Okay, that's an attack against China. This is going to be a long and difficult fight, and the Chinese United Front will form soon, which will require us to drag the front line over here. But we also have enough army experience to modify our basic infantry unit. We're going to modify it by reducing its combat width to 22, which is the perfect amount for us. I could also add support artillery, but it isn't necessary at the moment. Similarly, we could edit this unit to have the to have the perfect combat width as well, and for them the perfect combat width would be 20, because they are under a general without the skill that reduces combat width. And I'll also give them a recon company. That should make them a little bit stronger. Also, let us send our fleet on a mission to scout out Siam. Now, we could... you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm going to merge them into one fleet. And give them the best admiral we have. Who's the best one? Number of ships, retreat decision chance. Is there someone that increases the range? Not really. Let's just give them the guy with the highest. I like his uniform. Okay. And the mission is going to be to patrol these areas so we can invade Siam. Okay. Okay. And now the Chinese United Front will form, and then all will be clear. Why do we need a war with China? Why can't we just attack Siam? Why am I not justifying the war goal yet? Well, Chinese United Front forms, and that means... If you open the country list, you have major countries here. Now, China is not on here, but the Chinese United Front will make them annex. They just annex someone here, they'll also annex these guys, which will make them a major country. Okay, and these guys are at war with us as well. So what we need to do is drag the front line over, just so we're fighting on all those, and our planes are doing what they're supposed to be doing. We'll move them closer when we get another airport. Now, why is this important? Because being at war with a major country... Let's wait for them to annex these guys as well, and they have. just a moment. Being at war with a major country gives you some bonuses, but we'll get back to that soon. Now, we can choose found our own faction, and you can do that, you get some extra political power, or you can choose Axis leanings. I would recommend Axis leanings, because that opens up the option to get this bonus for land doctrine, and it doesn't make you join the Axis. You shouldn't join the Axis, but it makes you, doesn't make you join them, just makes Germany like you more. Okay. And we need one of them to get the extra political power that I was talking about earlier. And when we look at the country list, China does not count as a major country yet, but when the month ticks, this will be updated. Boom, month has ticked. They should count as a major country now. And here it is, China. Which means I can now almost instantly fabricate a war goal on Siam, and for almost no political power. This is why we wanted to fight China, also to conquer China. And we have to be on aggressive, otherwise they'll push us back. And this will be a difficult fight, but we should manage. Now I realize I could add these units to the fight, but I think they'll be better used elsewhere. Okay. We're not making gains, but we're not being pushed back either. This is good enough. This is good enough. Oh, air wings with no missions. Which ones? Oh, you're the sea striking type. Yeah, I don't really care about that very much. Okay, first provinces being taken. Also from us. Yeah, seems like we don't have enough troops on this front line, doesn't it? Can I tell you to give me forces? Although, if I request forces, will I have to... Give me all of your forces. Will I have to pay maintenance for them? I'm not sure, but give me all of them. Have you given me all of your forces? It would seem so. Let's assign all of them here. Okay. Are they giving them supplies? I don't know. I hope they are giving them supplies. Okay, that should help the front line a little bit. Right, justification of conquering Siam is ready. Let's attack Siam. Conquer. And let's justify another one. We can pretty much justify war goals against anyone as Japan without them being guaranteed by the Allies, which is wonderful. So this time we're going to justify against Tibet. So we just always have something going on. As you can see, our naval invasion is already going to Siam. Okay, they have landed. Attack the port. We need the port. You're attacking over a river, but our guy has a bonus to it. I suppose I should have landed here instead. Axis leanings gives us a bonus with Germany, but most importantly, it opens up the improved national spirit bit. Also, do not join Axis. Suppose I could go around, but yeah, here we have it. This is ours. Okay, now we're going to... Did you get much experience? Not much. Did you get some? Okay, actually, let's transfer 2 units to this army. And now I'm going to assign this whole army to the landed guys, cancel all their orders, assign the front line, and order them to attack everything and take over the country. Now, you will notice that I only did the naval invasion with the Marines, and now I am also assigning to him the regular troops so that he can transport them here easily and take over the country easily. Be super aggressive, get all the troops. That should do it, unless they're pushed out of the port, which shouldn't happen. Okay, back to China. How are we doing here? Make sure that everyone's assigned, the units I pulled from these guys as well. Need lots of reinforcements. Actually, we have gained a lot of military factories. Let's get some more guns going. Okay, continuing. Oh, we have taken Beijing. Isn't there an airfield there? Isn't there an airfield? No, it's in the Beijing 3. In the bit that we haven't taken yet. I suppose it's a big city. Alright, and I suppose I could edit the templates a bit more, but I first need to research the field hospitals and the logistics divisions. Must assault doctrine, increase, wonderful. Justification for Tibet is done. Let's declare war on Tibet. Soon they will start joining China in an alliance. That is not a problem for us. Now I'm going to justify war against Nepal. Just so we're always justifying something. And attacking someone. Okay, tons of troops have landed. Can I make you expand a bit? You know, attack from there. They're suffering attrition, but not for much longer. Do not abandon Bangkok. We really need that area. Okay, this is going well. Let's see how we're doing in China proper. Fine, we're making gains very quickly. Let's transfer these guys here. They will have an easier time covering the area. Okay, it would be ideal if we could make... Oh, Siam has surrendered. Wonderful. We're going to take all states. Am I still justifying on someone? Oh no, we just finished. Just finished Nepal. Declare war. Justify on Bhutan. And now, this is an important bit. We're going to build some ports. We're going to build some ports here. We're going to build a huge port here, and we're going to make it the highest priority. Oh, apparently we lost a unit. You guys do nothing, and hopefully don't get too much attrition, and you guys move down here. We're going to be invading Iran. Yes, really. And we do have some political power to use. I'm going to get an army logistics expert, because supplies are a bit of a problem for us. Okay, construction research done, and mechanical computing research done, and other stuff as well. Let's get field hospitals and logistics companies so we can add them to our units. Possibly also this. No, a bit early still. Let's do concentrated industry. As you can see, we're advancing really quickly through China. Now, make sure you don't win the war. Just get close to winning. Get them down to around this far. But don't win the war yet. Okay, and the focus. We have taken this. This gives us tons and tons of political power. Just look, our base has become 3. When we can get the silent workhorse, it will be even more. I probably should have hired them earlier. Now we're going for spiritual mobilization, which will give us tons of manpower. Yeah, our next choice should be the silent workhorse. Maybe should have been the first one, but we did make some nice conquests here, thanks to it. Seems like China did make some gains as well. But our guy is gaining experience, which is making him stronger and stronger. Justification for Bhutan is done. Let's attack Bhutan. Now, we're not ready to attack Iraq yet, but the first naval base is done, so we can start planning the invasion. Shouldn't have garrisoned. And we can invade anywhere that has ports. So we could invade here and take these two. We can invade here, take this one. I think this is the best spot. Just land everyone between the ports and then advance on them. Now it's going to take him 70 days to plan, which is a long time. We're not going to start justifying on Iran just yet because of that. These guys need to prepare a bit. Also, our fleet... Where's the fleet? The fleet needs to rebase over here. Okay, they have started joining China in an alliance. Fleet needs to rebase here so that they can take care of doing reconnaissance on the way of the naval invasion. This is not great, but acceptable. Let's move some of the guys over here. Do I own this airfield yet? No, not yet. Okay. Let's hope this works out well. Are we doing reinforcements? Not too great. Ace pilot promoted. Good. Right, you're pretty much ready. Let's start justifying a war goal. Doesn't matter which. And we can select a new focus, the student movement. Okay, we have enough political power to hire the silent workhorse. He will pay for himself very, very quickly. Probably should have done it a little bit earlier. Okay. I suppose I need to paint an order here. Oh, this is one of the subject armies. This is why it has a horse. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna keep building this port because we might need it for supplies or whatever. This is why I'm not stopping at one bit of a port. One would be enough for a naval invasion, though. One would be enough for a naval invasion. Reminder, do not join Axis. Okay, you're ready? Let's send the fleet out on a mission. We should be able to assign them here soon. Okay. Maybe when we get a little bit more intel? This is what I was worried about, because when I tested this, I didn't have them all combined into a single fleet. Apparently this causes problems. Which ships have the highest range? I think submarines, maybe. Make sure. Can you check the range somehow? Okay. Max range. Let's see which have the highest range. 4,000 kilometers. That is a battleship, right? Yes. This is less. This is less. Even less. And submarine, this is also very little. Okay, so we need to select the battleships as a separate fleet, I think. 9 battleships. Right-click to create new fleet from this group. Yep. All battleships. And let's give them a guy as well. Patrol. Oh, see? Now it works. Now it works. And that'll be enough to start the naval invasion once we declare war. So let's declare war. Okay, let's see who we're at war with. As we're supposed to be. Wonderful. And Iran has joined the Chinese alliance. Chinese United Front, which is completely fine by me. Okay, we have taken over an airfield, so let's move our guys over here and get some air superiority. And we can modify our country. I think it's time to get the army morale guy. I would take this one, but he's only a specialist. I think this is better. Alright, we're invading Iran. Hindenburg instant and student movement. This leads to the extra research slot. We're going to make good use of it. Come on, land your troops. Boom. And we can already see this is undefended. But we'll be better off if we can get both of these ports. So let's try taking both of them before we do anything else. So we can get some supplies. Can we? Seems like we can, yes. Oh, you stop where you are. Okay, we have 2 ports. Now, I'm going to reassign. We won't need Marines anymore. So I'm going to change all of them into regular infantry. And keep all of them here. Scrap all your orders, hold all your divisions, assign everyone here, and order you to attack. Go! And that will give us Iran. That will give us Iran. Eventually. Right, wonderful. How is the war with China going? It is fine, although I wish I could push more this way. Logistics companies are done, and field hospitals. But I should probably, before I start adding them to our units, I should probably be able to at least keep the ones that we have supplied. And let's research the fast research machine. Is the technical term, the fast research machine. Alright, this is going great. And this is going semi-great. Almost great. Take this one. So skill, it's still 5. You're not gaining experience as quickly as I'd like you to. Maybe we should have given this to... Oh, yeah. This is not correct. You know what? He doesn't have the army width bit, so the infantry doesn't work as well. Okay, I have another idea. We can have the main field marshal run this as well. We just have to micromanage a bit more. I'm unaware of any penalties of them handling too many orders. So I'll just have to make sure to assign these units to this order, and they will be able to benefit from his superior skill. Wonderful. Yes. Superior skill. Extra research slot is done. Now we could go with army primacy, so we could get the land doctrine bonus faster. We could go with warrior traditions. Yeah, let's do warrior traditions. This is a very nice bonus to army recovery. And now let's change our economy. They're not strong enough for us to do this. I wanted to do total mobilization because as Japan we have tons of manpower, and total mobilization reduces your manpower, but we don't worry about that. Okay, we have conquered too much of China, apparently. Okay, let's go for a war economy then. It is better than partial mobilization still. And we have a free research slot that we just got. I am going to devote it to this. Better infantry equipment. Okay, as you can see, we're making gains. What skills do you have? Supply consumption reduction, max entrenchment, and on combat width. Well, these are not perfect skills, but with his high basic skill, they're going to be quite useful indeed. Now, you have to micromanage if you do this, because you let them do their own thing and they'll start sailing back to China, which is not what we want them to do. Okay, Iran is defending themselves. We don't have enough ports here. We're not getting enough supplies. Let's remedy that. Let's build 2 more ports in each of the controlled provinces. Just so we can get more supplies over. That should be sufficient. Okay then. How are we doing in reinforcements? Almost there. Almost there. And we're also making nice gains in China. Let's move you over here. You'll be more efficient. Now again, be careful not to win the war yet. And we're going with... I suppose we could get another one of these guys. They're mostly naval or air guys, but I think we'll be fine if we do the concealment expert. It's going to limit enemy air support where we don't have air support. How are we doing? Fine. The Soviet Union is sending them volunteers, which is a bit of a problem, but all in all we're okay. Warrior traditions, helpful. Now, we could do Imperial Austerity, which will increase our industrial capabilities, or we could go with Army Primacy and Army Innovations for the doctrine research. I suppose... let's do this first. We'll reduce the consumer goods factories. Slightly. All right. Doing well. Now, I ran a test game of this, and in that game, taking over Afghanistan proved extremely cumbersome. Maybe with the better guy, it'll be easier. So let's attack Afghanistan too. Anyway. Although it could prove a bit problematic. Have a look at China. Yeah, still making gains. We're a bit too quickly. Yeah, making gains a bit too quickly. Let's start attacking people elsewhere. Yes, it's time to go a little bit crazy. We'll be invading Afghanistan, Iraq, and so on. I suppose I could start justifying a war goal in Afghanistan already, but first, let's do something else. Let's justify a war goal on Hungary. Yes, this is deliberate. I want to do this. I suppose I could do Yugoslavia as well. Although I don't think I want to do Yugoslavia, because then Italy would fight them and Italy would be at war with the Chinese, which would be a little bit problematic for my plans. So, next up, I suppose I could go with this. Still a little bit ahead of time. And let's get a theorist. Military theorist, just for faster doctrine research. Okay, how are we doing with reinforcements? Surprisingly, we're doing okay with reinforcements. Actually, I'm gonna need to do this. It's not gonna be speedy because we don't have enough aluminium. But we do need the equipment. Can you go a bit faster, please? Alright, this is done. We could do industrial effort, but I think it is more important now to get the doctrine research bonuses from Army Primacy. Can you just get Tehran? You should surrender when you get that. Okay, we have completed justifying a war goal against Hungary. And we're gonna attack Hungary. And they're gonna join the Chinese alliance. Now, should I do Yugoslavia? I'm not sure if I should do Yugoslavia. But I am sure I should do Bulgaria. And eventually Afghanistan, I guess. So let's justify against Afghanistan. Now Hungary can't join the Axis anymore. Now, these were occupied by the Russian volunteers. Let's let them go there and see if all of you were assigned here. I've selected 16 units. That is not enough units. Did the rest of you get transferred back? Yeah, we're making gains a little bit too quickly here. I think I have to reassign some troops. From here to there. I suppose I'll take you guys, because you're undecided where to go anyway. 20? Will 20 be sufficient? Possibly. Okay, let's go to more. Like 25, maybe. Now that would leave the front line to expose, maybe. Okay, that should suffice. 23, that is fine, I guess. Okay, we're currently justifying Wargle on them, and our guys are almost in position. Construction research is done. We'll go with... well, we will need excavation eventually. This is being researched. This we don't really need that much. Let's do excavation. Okay, Afghanistan, your time has come, and I think Iraq will be next. Although our armies will be busy in Afghanistan because it is going to be difficult to conquer. Let's monitor the war with China. Okay, we'll need to slow down later on. Maybe even stop the plan here. Modify government. I suppose I'd go with... war industrialist for quicker factory build-up. Alright, attack Afghanistan. Next up, I'm thinking Bulgaria. And Turkey, and Greece, and Romania, and maybe even Poland. Probably not Czechoslovakia, though, and probably not Yugoslavia, because Yugoslavia is very likely to be attacked by Italy. And Greece, I'm not sure if I mentioned Greece. And Iraq, and Saudi Arabia, and Yemen, and Oman. Okay, they have joined, as expected. Let's do the better guns. Yeah, I think I need to slow you down a bit more. Let's detach some more units. Can I maybe change your orders a bit? Cancel this. Add this. And make sure all of you are assigned to this order. And maybe detach some more and send them over here. Okay, perfect, I think. Can you take over the People's Republic of China? That would be very, very helpful. I could always switch out of aggressive. It would likely cause China to push back, which is actually what we want. Army innovations, because if we ended the war too early, my plan won't work. Are you pushing here? I don't want you to push here. Please don't push here. Oh, right, volunteers from Germany. Let's accept that. Let's attack Bulgaria. And let's justify another war goal. This time against Greece. Or Iraq. I think I'll do Iraq now. Yeah, not much longer. Okay, please stop making gains. Are we actually attacking? In some bits we are. In some bits we are. Okay, the volunteers have come. Yeah, please don't go to any victory point heavy locations. Alright, seems like we're doing too well. I am going to switch to cautious. Which might stop the movement altogether. Okay, the justification for Baghdad is done. Oh, you know what? I'll do something different, maybe. Let's just wait for the People's Republic of China to be conquered, maybe. Oh, I know I can do that. Like this. No? No more airfields in the proximity. Now, modified government, I would go with industrial concern. War goal against Iraq is available, but we will need to actually assign some people there. I suppose I could wait until Afghanistan is conquered before we do that. This is very much ahead of time. It is 38, so these are ahead of time as well. I suppose we will benefit from this the most. So even though it's ahead of time, let's do it. Okay, defense in depth is done. How long until we finish army innovations? I'm going to wait until we finish army innovations to start the next doctrine research. And let's reassign some of those units to Iraqi border, to the Iraqi border. Make sure this is executed as well so we can attack them. Now, I am not justifying a war goal against anyone right now, which is a mistake. Let's attack Saudi Arabia. Okay. We switched to cautious. Not sure how successful we'll be with that. And now let's go for industrial effort for some extra factories, and then we can go for army innovations down here. So now I can start the research on the land doctrine. And another research on... This is very far ahead of time, so let's do encryption and decryption first. Okay then. Let's check the Chinese will to fight. It is too high for me. Okay, at least we stopped advancing here. Did we stop advancing here? Not really, no. Let's attack Iraq. Hopefully our guys can cover it, even though I didn't assign a lot of them there. Okay, getting Kabul will be difficult, but we can't let China surrender before we're done with what we need to do. No, actually switching to cautious caused them to push back, which is fine, actually, unfortunately. We don't want to win just yet. Okay, let's select the infantry equipment designer. Why don't we want to win yet? Because I want to get as many as possible into this war. As many countries as possible. War goal against Saudi Arabia has been completed. Let's attack. Now, who haven't we attacked yet? Greece. Let's do Greece. Okay, how are we doing with reinforcements? We're almost completely reinforced, apparently. Almost completely reinforced. So, I suppose I can start getting some artillery going, or motorized. Yeah, let's get some motorized going, so we can add, and some more support equipment. So we can add logistics and hospital companies to our units. Let's do that. Perfect. And let's add the artillery already as well. Okay. How much do we need? Tons. Yeah, let's get to producing artillery as well. I suppose we'll keep a healthy balance for now. Like this. Okay, good. As you can see, China has pushed us back a bit. I'm okay with this. Afghanistan has given up and gave us a lot of land stuff. Oh, and our guy has gained some more experience. Now, let's make sure to get rid of this, because these are Soviet volunteers. Excavation, good. Now let's go with decryption. Both encryption and decryption give you nice bonuses. And we can now attack Greece. 27 divisions. Is this all that we have in the area? Yes. That is perfect. Greece. Let's attack Greece. and justify yet another war goal. This time it's going to be Oman. Okay, good. Oh, and Romania has joined as well. Has joined the war, which is what we wanted them to do. Yugoslavia is at war with Italy, which is why we're not getting into a fight with Yugoslavia. And also, it seems like Italy will be fighting the Allies now. Okay, we have pretty much done all the best things apart from this one. Yep, France joined Allies, Italy joined Axis, and the big fight is on because we have bumped the world tension so much. Yeah, I wish I could switch to aggressive. People's army is done. Let's do the infantry offensive. Now, I suppose I could detach some more units from this front line and send them over here. Yes, I could. I will eventually be fighting Turkey, so let's make a front line over here and detach some units from this area. Like you. Yeah, we don't want to be doing too well, paradoxically. We want to be able to add everyone we want to the war before we win it. Okay, how are we doing with supplies? Not too well. Maybe I should have built some more. Maybe I should have built some more naval bases. For now, let's go down and attack here. The guys that we have selected. You take care of that, you take care of that. These are Russian volunteers, of course. And this is ahead of time still being researched, still a bit ahead of time. So I guess I'll be doing... No, you know what? Let's do this. It's going to be worth it. Eventually. Okay. The war goal on Oman is done, which means we declare war on Oman and justify a war goal on Yemen. And so on. Just a few more countries. We'll also attack Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. And that will be it. Okay, the independent state of Croatia has formed. Alright. How are we doing? Is China pushing back? It is kind of. We have reduced the amount of troops that we have here significantly, so that they could push back. It seems like we have a ton of infantry equipment stored. Let's start training some units. So we can actually get some experience. And when we finally need to win the war against China, we'll just throw them over here. Right. I wish there was an airfield closer to us. I could build one. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, modify the government. Let's get a Prince of Terror. Which is going to help us a little bit with managing the conquered territories. Okay, war goal on Yemen is done. Oh, did I mention we'll also attack Turkey? War goal on Yemen is done. Let's declare war on Yemen. And justify a new war goal, this time on Poland. Maybe we can get to them before Germany can. Okay, this is all okay. Although, we really need to be aggressive to get through the desert, so let's get to aggressive. Maybe you won't beat China because of it. If I cancel this order, will you still be advancing? Please don't be advancing. Alright then. Okay, this is certainly moving faster. Let's get army innovations so we can get yet another bonus to land doctrines. Oh, we'll have to do one without the bonus. That's fine. Just use it a bit later. Okay, this is why we didn't attack Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia has just joined the Allies, which means Germany is going to be really weak in this playthrough. Time to justify war goal on Lithuania this time. And attack Poland. As you can see, the Allies are not guaranteeing any of these guys. Now, the mistake I made in my test game was also attacking the Scandinavians, and they didn't join the Chinese front for some reason, but rather the Allies, which screwed up my whole test game. So this time we're not going to make this mistake. Saudi Arabia has capitulated. Some extra infantry equipment. Wonderful. Now, let's select all these guys here and form 2 new front lines with orders, of course. And assign half of them here and half of them here. Execute the new plans, also take care of the Russian volunteers down here. Now, how are we doing in China? Please don't be doing too well. It's difficult to purposely wage war badly. Really difficult. Okay. Infantry offensive is done, which is going to buff us even further. Right, let's do the large front offensive, and finally, the next one is the big one. Am I still justifying a war goal against someone? Yes, it's about to be done. We have almost everyone down. There's still Turkey, but Latvia, Estonia, and then Turkey. This is the order we're doing it in. Okay, Lithuania. Your turn now. And we can modify the government yet again. We don't really need to. I'm not researching tanks. I suppose I could get a Chief of Air Force for night operations. Okay, Lithuania has joined China. Yemen and Oman are going to be conquered soon. That's Yemen. Oh, no, don't sail back. Don't sail back, no. Go here. Better, that's better, yes. How's China? Oh, crap. We've advanced too much. Okay, let's switch everyone to cautious. Some of the units will be lost, like this one. At least we won't win the war too early. Still need to invade 2 or 3 countries. Let's just attack. Okay, Oman has given up. Wonderful. And let's assign you down here to an attack on Turkey. Once everyone that we want involved is involved, we can finally win against China. We can allow ourselves to win, which sounds really stupid, but you'll see the result of this plan very soon. I suppose I could do all these. Reduce the supply usage and all that. Alright, that's almost the last one. Now Estonia, and then Turkey. Perfect. And we can fight them easily this way because they can't reach us. And even if they could, they couldn't coordinate themselves well. Okay, come on, China, almost there. Czechoslovakia has given up, not to us. Doesn't really matter that much. Okay, prepare yourselves against Turkey. This is going to be difficult. armor innovation, wonderful. And that's pretty much it when it comes to good focuses. But the ones we got are really good. So I'm just going to be hammering them out because they might come in handy. I suppose I could do construction repair right now. So we do have a lot of stuff to repair. But it will repair itself eventually anyway. So let's just do all the other focuses, because at some point you will want to research air stuff, for example. Oh, 3 dockyards, eh? Alright, do more of these. Ah, you don't have steel for them. I don't care. Alright, let's also do more of each of these. We're about to get lots more factories. Germany claims Memel. Please don't win against China just yet. Still need to attack Turkey. Still need to attack Turkey. Yeah, switching them to non-aggressive seems to do the trick. Yugoslavia gave up, but not to us, so it doesn't matter. Okay, justify war on Turkey. That's the last one. And attack Estonia. They should join. Yes, they joined the Chinese United Front, which is exactly what we wanted them to do. Alright. And we have researched the better infantry weapons. Now, as almost everything else is ahead of time, I'm going to research buffs too. This is 39, this is 40, so this is quite expensive. Although, all infantry soft attack 5% increase. Yeah, alright. I can sacrifice research speed for that. Okay, and now we can start producing better infantry weapons, which will unfortunately consume a lot more steel. We're going to purchase steel. How many more bits do we need? We need lots more aluminium. I suppose I could purchase this. We need 13 more aluminium. We need 15 more steel, 30 more steel, 3 more steel, 33 more steel. Okay, let's buy some from the US. Not all of it, but with a little bit of... yeah, that's fine. Okay, I can modify the government. I suppose I could go to extensive conscription. How are we doing with training new units? This limits training speed, but it's not really a problem for us. Then again, I can do it at any point. We're not running out of manpower anytime soon, so let's not do that. Okay, we have pretty much conquered everyone we wanted. We could theoretically attack Portugal as well, but I'm not sure if they would join the proper alliance, if they would join the Chinese guys, or if they would join the Allies. I have not tested this. So I'm just going to refrain from it for now. Also, Albania is guaranteed by Italy, so it doesn't suit our needs. Okay, how long until we can attack? And we can attack. Now they're gonna join. They've joined the United Front. And now, when I conquer China, when I finish conquering China, we'll basically be victorious against all of these. So, let's speed things up a bit. Let's go to aggressive. See how well we do. And theoretically, I want to keep fighting a bit in Turkey, because I think I can only take land from the guys we've actually faced in combat. So I need to have all of these guys bring their troops down here and fight me. So we're gonna keep doing this for a moment, for a few months. Now, if I assigned more, actually, do that. I could assign more troops, I could deploy and assign more troops, which would let me win against China quickly and easily. Oh, Tibet is pushing back. That's unexpected. How are we doing here? Not great. Then again, it won't matter. It won't matter. Okay, synthetic oil focus is done, now that we really need it. I suppose I could do the Divine Wind just for the sake of it. And I suppose I can deploy the extra units now. Deploy everyone we can. Assign them to the main army. And add them to the attack order on China. Now, with a force of numbers, we will win. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which means Poland will be at war with them soon, which limits our time. Maybe I should not have justified against Poland. Maybe we should have limited ourselves to Romania and Hungary and Bulgaria and Greece and Turkey. You get my point. Okay, planes. Do we have any nice airfields down here? Well, maybe we can get access from this area. We'll see. Oh, right, there's this, of course. France bans communism. Yeah, whatever. As you can see, we're making gains quickly, and when we win, which will happen eventually, we can get land in Europe as well. The details will depend, I'm not sure what they'll depend on. I guess on who exactly we fight, or how long we're in the war with. I'm not certain. We'll know soon enough. And it doesn't end there, because they'll attack us back. Again, even after China's done. Okay, how long until China's done? Maybe we let them recover a bit too much. But the armies that we sent from home are getting in position. Even though they're not experienced, they will do extremely well, I believe. I should probably also paint an attack order on Tibet. Whoops. Yeah, whatever. That works too. Logistics company bonus. Wonderful. Let's get the fuel. No, let's get the recon bonus as well. How are you doing? Yeah, advancing all the time. This is what aggressive gives you. Belgium joined allies, which means it's good that we didn't attack Belgium. We're actually making gains in Turkey. Okay, this is a problem. Probably shouldn't have fought Poland on this. Because that means Germany will be at war with all these guys as well. Yeah, probably involving Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia and Estonia was a mistake on my part. I got a bit too greedy. But soon we'll see the results, and then you can adjust the strategy accordingly. Okay, can you win this already? Don't be slacking off. Alright, focus. Don't need a focus. Don't really need a focus, but let's do it. And how is our doctrine research? Yeah, almost done with this. Soon we'll have China in our grip. Yeah, maybe I was a little bit too lenient on them. I should have had this hover around where it is now, rather than at 40-something. Because that probably cost us Poland and Hungary. At least we'll know for the future, right? Just ignore Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and just go for Hungary, Romania, and so on. Type L something mortar is done. I suppose I'll do the hospital company. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Alright, let's finish this, please. Can you just send a strike force for their capital? Probably won't work, but we can try. Manual management can work wonders sometimes. And this can do the same. Extra doctrines. Okay, be faster, please. Yeah, I could use some tanks probably, but I like to keep it simple. Come on, come on. Yeah, just go here. Once we take it, we'll win. Romania has not joined the Chinese front. Romania has not joined the Chinese front, which keeps Bulgaria and Greece relatively safe. Leaves it to us. Kind of. Advanced weapons, let's do... Okay, China has capitulated. Now Germany's in this war as well, which is a problem. But we can demand Poland if we want to. Anyway, we have more points. I could start demanding, or I could start by passing. Let's pass a couple of times, because Germany just wants a lot of Polish stuff. Let's let them take some Polish stuff. This is possibly enough to take everything else. Let's see. Let's start by China. Start with China. Take all states. Oh, I can't? How? Why? Nobody else has taken anything. Okay, I suppose I can do it manually. Not a problem. Let's take all that. Let's take Bhutan as well while we're at it. Germany has taken bits of Poland, which doesn't really bother us at all. Okay. That is all of it. Now, let's take Saudi Arabia, just to make our map look nice, and to get all the oil there as well. Afghanistan, very well defended positions. Took a lot of effort to take. Now, Kingdom of Romania. This is a curious issue because this is not the same war. Kingdom of Romania seems to be in a separate war with us. Well, that's not a problem for us. We'll be able to take it anyway. Taken Istanbul, taken Bulgaria. Let's take as much of Bulgaria as we can. Let's take as much of Greece as we can. Let's take Hungary. That's a bit too expensive, isn't it? 1,000. Why does this cost 1,000? Alright, forget Hungary. Whatever. 1,000? Seriously? Is that strategic value or something? I'm not sure how this is calculated. How does this cost so much? Have I taken Bulgaria? Yes. Okay, what else do we have left? We've taken everything from China. We have taken everything from the People's Republic of China, Bhutan, Iran, Hungary, not really. Afghanistan, yes. Bulgaria, yes. Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Greece. Is it because it's so far from us, or is it because we haven't fought them? I could theoretically puppet Poland, which would be hilarious. Okay, how much can I actually take? I can take this area. How much of Hungary could I take? Okay, if I leave this one... Oh, that's a lot of aluminium. I want this. Okay, let's leave these bits of Poland alone. And only Poland is left. Only this bit of Poland is left, and we can't take it. Let's pass one more time. Germany has taken it. That is it. The Soviet Union is justifying a war goal against us now. I'm fine with that. That would have happened anyway, I believe. Because they want the Polish bits. I suppose I could have left those for the Soviet Union, but that is your decision, because I'm only showing you a strategy. Now, at this point, we're still at war with Romania, Tibet, and Nepal, but I believe that won't be a problem, really. Just move your troops in, take Romania, and probably get ready to fight the Soviet Union, although at this point, it probably won't be that difficult. With the base of factories and resources that you just acquired, and it's only 1939. Also, these guys are still in the Chinese alliance. And we are also next to them, so we can attack them quite easily. And I don't think anyone will guarantee their independence. And now, if you want to, if we need their help against the Soviet Union, we can join the Axis and get their help against the Soviet Union. Yeah, I'd probably do that. We own China. We own the Middle East. We own Turkey. We own most of the Balkans, and we own half of Poland. So that's a pretty good start, isn't it? I know this was quite a lot of work compared to our previous videos, which were much more straightforward, but that's results, isn't it? If I were to do it again, I'd probably leave Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia out of it and just focused on Hungary, Romania, Greece, Bulgaria, Turkey, and the Middle East, and we'd be able to complete that a bit earlier, and the resulting amount of territory that we would get wouldn't be much different. So basically, that's probably what I'd adjust. And then now pick your side. In this situation, I'd probably ally up Germany and Italy to beat up the Soviet Union, and then betray them to kill them and conquer them. Yeah, that's probably pretty much what I'd do, but this video is already way too long. So I hope you enjoyed this little starting strategy for Japan. And yeah, we've pretty much gotten all the necessary resources. At this point, I'd join the Axis, and they'd help me kill the Soviet Union. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.